Hey guys, this video is going to show you how to measure and mark out your two developments for your lids. Now, I'm showing the plan at the moment, and we're not in the workshop currently, so that you can see the difference in detail as to the difference between the two lids. So the 3D drawing here shows the little tab there. Okay, and I'll see if I can zoom in. Yep. So there's an extra tab on one side, and this side the tab's been deleted, so you can see that this lid here would come from this development, and there's the two tabs in place, and then we have this one here that has that tab deleted. If we look at the overall width, 134, this one here is 134 as well, because you've got 98 plus 28 give you 126 plus 8 get you back up to 134. So in the video I don't show the cutting out of the sheet, but you'd cut two sheets and there'd be 134 and then overall 442. Now this is a dyslexic person's nightmare, so I'm in trouble here. We've got 442 and then this other measurement here is 422. So got to be a bit careful that you're on your game. And that you're paying attention to what's going on here. So I've got 442 and 422, but that measurement is to the inside of my tab there, because they're a 10mm tab either side. Rightio, so we'll jump on over to... Hey guys, going to do a video now on how to create the lids for your box. Now, I would have talked already in detail about these sizes and how it's a little bit confusing. I would have also talked about checking the width of your toolbox. And when I'm talking about the widest part. So I've actually got 419, so that means I'm probably 1/2 mil out on each fold, which equals a whole millimetre across two sides. But it's within tolerance for this job. So 419 is what I've got. I'm going to stick with the standard measurements that are on this plan. So if we take a look at this sheet now, I need to create, I'm just going to do this box here for now. I need to create a 10mm fold on each edge and an 8 across there. So I'm going to start off with the 10s. So there's my 10 there, holding my scratch gauge, and I'm going to drag it back towards myself. And worth noting in your write-up is that it is a dragging motion, okay? And that the scratch gauge needs to be held square to the sheet. Can't be on an angle or anything like that. Okay, so there's my two 10s. Across the front here I need to do an 8, so I'll switch that around. I've got my 8 now. I'm hanging it off the bench by a couple of mil, but keeping it supported. That way the scratch gauge is on the edge of my sheet and not on the edge of my bench, because that would give me a false reading. And I'm going to drag that across there like that. The next thing that I'm required to do is figure out where this fold line is here. Okay, tells me that it is 28 plus another 8, so that's going to be 36 off that edge. So I'm going to get my dividers and a rule. I will open it up past 36 and wind back to the number. Okay, there's my 36 there. Pretty happy with that. And I've got my 10, 10 and 5, and so it's going to go along this edge here. It's going to hold and support the legs with my two fingers, and I'll scratch that through there like that. Okay. One thing that's worth doing, guys, is always orientating your sheet in the same direction as your plan. So that's what I'm doing now, just to double check. So I've got my 36, my 8 and my 2 10s. I now need to figure out my bisecting angles, and I've got these 2 templates made here, and it says angle A, angle B. If you look on your plan, it circles the angles with either a blue or a yellow circle. Just noticed I've got the ugliest fingers going, got tile glue all over them. So either a yellow or a blue angle there, and then if we look up here, we've got detail B, so that's bisecting angle B, or A. They're also yellow and blue, so it's pretty easy to work out. So what I need to do is I'll orientate this the same way again, so that I'm looking at it exactly the same. And I'm going to have the yellow one, so that's A, is going to be up on this end. I can then hold that in so that it is, I'll try and get this to light up for you. It's a bit hard to see, but I want that to bisect on my 10mm scratch on that edge, and I'll scratch that across. Just looking through the screen then, I'm thinking it's probably nearly impossible to get that to light up, but hopefully you've got the right idea. So that's angle A. I need that again over here because they mirror each other. So I do that. Now that's angle A done. I keep putting my sheet back in the same orientation as my plan. I never try to do it upside down or backwards because that's always going to confuse the hell out of me. I now know that this one here, that tab there, is being deleted, and then I'm cutting that off. Hopefully my hand's in view there. Yes, it is. Okay, so I'll quickly do this one here. I've got that angle there. Then this one's going to be the mirror of the other side. So for your write up when you're scratching, the scratching is a pulling motion, not a pushing motion. I'm then going to go get some some whiz snips, and I'll quickly cut out one side of this just to show you how it works. The other thing I'm going to do too, guys, is I'm going to whack on some safety glasses. Okay. Now, I'm a big fan of the Reds, not just in the rugby, but also with the whiz snips, so I will be using them to do the majority of these cuts. I've just come in there, I have not fully closed my whiz snips. Okay, otherwise you'll get a pimple on the end. I've just realised I have forgotten one angle, but I'll be able to quickly do that and show you that. That's that one there. Hopefully that was in shot. Now, we take a look at this. It does not tell you what the angle is here, okay, but we can presume it's 45 degrees because it looks like 45 degrees and they haven't said otherwise. So when that's the case, we can just presume that it is 45. Now, looking at this, I want to go like that, and it's going to be from the outside of my sheet on the 10mm, coming back at 45. No, sorry, on the 8mm. So it's my 8mm safety edge. And then same again here. Line that up. Scratch my way through. Oh, hold the phone. I've made a mistake. I'm going to point it out to you so you can see. I've just started doing this 45 and I made it from that edge there. This whole tab is actually going to be cut off. So the 45 needs to come from that intersection across. So that's no biggie. I'm just going to transfer that line across, and it's going to go from this intersection here back at 45, because remember, I'm going to remove this whole tab. Okay, I've done the same on the other side. I'll be able to fix that up later. I'll try and show you these cuts now. Hopefully this works. So that's that 45 done, and now I'm going to come along that edge there. And I should be able to just break that out. If I now have a look at what I've produced here versus what's on the plan, okay, they are exactly the same, and we're looking good. So I would then just do the same on this side. I've pretty well marked it out, apart from that 45, but that would get cut out from there. Right, guys, I've got both sides cut now. Had a quick look at the video, but I kind of figured out that I was doing a little bit of marking up here, and you couldn't see what was going on, which is not good. But this is that angle B that I was showing you, yeah, what you might have missed in the video is that I'm trying to line up with that 10mm offset there for our tab. Pretty simple stuff. The difference between the two now, you can see that this one has that tab left on. It's angle B either side, so it creates a little Pac-Man, and then that relief cut there is angle B. This is our safety edge. Most safety edges always have a 45 put on them, and that's what this one here has as well.